So guys, I get hundreds of messages on a weekly, daily basis even, of people asking me one simple question: how do I start in business? How do I become successful like you? What did you do to become successful? And basically asking me how they start on their journey. So I've been putting a lot of thought into this, and I wanted to put something together that helps all those people who ask me this question on how they can start their journey. So to explain that to you, I'm going to tell you about my own journey of how I started in business, how 7 years ago I was absolutely broke and I had no money whatsoever, to today being in a stage where I've got projects underway in the hundreds of millions of dollars, right? And through my journey in the last 7 years from zero to where I am, what are the key lessons, or one of the key lessons that I learned that can be adapted by anybody to start their own business? First and foremost, let's understand what business, what entrepreneurship is all about. Entrepreneurship is about solving people's problems. It's about looking at somebody who's got a problem, how you can solve that problem, and you solve that problem for that person, and they will pay you an amount of money for that. The bigger the problem, the more people that have the problem, the more money you make. So put that into perspective. Let's say, for example, my next door neighbor, he's great at maths. He's always been amazing at maths. He's always been really talented in maths. If he in that moment can approach me and let me know that, hey Z, you've got the problem where you're struggling with this maths exam, I'm great at maths, I'll be willing to pay a price for that. Now, obviously that price won't be in the tens of thousands, it's only a university exam, but maybe I'll be willing to pay him £500 to help me over the next 2 weeks to be trained for my maths exam. So the point is that within every single person in the world, there is a talent they have which every single person in the world again needs from them, right? Just understand that for a second. Every single person in the world has some talent about them which every other single person in the world needs. It's just about identifying what that person needs, what you have that you can do for them, and then approaching them and getting together. So the potential of business is so immense that every single person in the world, you watching this, inside you, you've got a talent that every single person in the world needs either now or at some point in the future. So your target market is the world's entire population. Now let me tell you about my journey, about how I went from where I am, where I was 7 years ago at zero, to how I got to this stage where I am at today. And interestingly enough, you guys will be shocked and surprised to learn my route to getting where I am today was through a platform which everybody who's watching this is definitely aware of, definitely knows of very, very well. More than 95%, I'd say even 99% of you, or even all of you, either use it or have used it in the past, right? And it's accessible to all of you immediately, even if you don't use it. All right, so this opportunity is something for everybody. Anybody can access it at any given time, right? That's what business is all about, really. It's about, problem solving, but then figuring out how you link your solution you have to the people who have the problem, how you bridge that gap in the middle. That is the art of business. That's the marketing angle. How you're taking your solution and how you're presenting it to the people with the problem, right? And now I'm going to give you my insight, my fast track into how I did that myself. So now you guys are probably wondering, like, what is this platform that you all have access to that was my recipe to success? And surprisingly enough, even though I'm in the property business, that platform was Facebook. Yep, the same social media platform you all know. That is what took me to the stage where I'm at today, where I've got hundreds of millions of dollars worth of projects under development. Facebook, the social media platform that you all use and aware of, right? Now, how did I do that? Okay, so going back, there came a stage when I was on Facebook and I realized that my parents, all of my parents' friends, and all of that community, they were all now using Facebook. They're all on there using it. I'm in the property business, and typically property buyers are established people. So the age range is probably from average buyers of between the age of 45 and 65 years old. So as soon as my parents are on Facebook, that was like a click moment for me, and their friends were on Facebook, that was like a click moment for me. that shit, my target market, the people who I want to talk to, they're all sitting on Facebook. They're all just sat there all day long, spending 2 hours a day in the evening scrolling through their news feeds. And I realized that I also get served ads on Facebook. So what that means is that I can potentially serve ads to these people as well. And it was a real sort of eureka moment for me. But it wasn't that much of a eureka until I actually went inside the Facebook platform. So immediately as soon as I figured that, the first thing I did was I went and downloaded Facebook Ads Manager, right? When I went into Facebook Ads Manager, what I realized is that I can go into Facebook Ads Manager and I can say, right, okay, so let's say for example, I've got a property sell in Dubai, right? So I can take this property I have in Dubai and I want to sell it to people based in London. So I can say, right, I want to target people in central London, for example, who are the most wealthiest. You know, central London's got the highest property prices. These are the most wealthy people. Within central London, I want to target people between the age of 45 and 65. From that segment, I only want to target people who are interested in Dubai, right? And on top of that, I also want to only target people who are interested in property investment. So I've completely honed in on the exact specific criteria of people that I want to target. They have to be in central London, they have to be of the age bracket that buys from me, they have to be interested in Dubai property, and they've got to be interested in property investment overall. Wow, I was like, this is phenomenal. So previously, for example, with Google, you can only target people who are searching for your product. So if somebody's searching for a certain key term, they're searching for Dubai property, you come to the top. That's limited. Now, you've got, well, I had 4 billion people marketplace that I could narrow down and literally target, go so deep in the targeting that I could target the exact person who matches my criteria and serve them ads 24 hours a day around the clock. As and when they come on Facebook. Every time they go in their newsfeed, boom, my ad is there. Every time they go in their newsfeed, boom, my ad's there again. I was like, this is genius. And at that time in property, no one was even using it. So, and the other benefit is obviously the rich content you can produce. So it's not just a billboard and not just one. You can put pictures, videos, testimonials. You can put whatever you want. I could make a video myself explaining my product and have it there. I could have videos of the actual developments that I'm selling or the properties that I'm selling. The ways I could communicate with these people were just absolutely phenomenal. So initially I started from just like spending a couple of £100, right? And I would do 1 or 2 sales a month from that. Now, that is how I started off, and that is my point, that you know, you don't have to, when you start in business, you don't go straight from 0 to 100, you know, you start somewhere. I was spending hundreds of pounds doing 1 or 2 sales. As business started to grow and I saw the scalability and I saw the fact that I could scale this business, obviously I went all in. That's another thing about business. You've got to be able to see, when you see the opportunity, you've got to be able to take the action and execute. Go in, go all in. When you see the opportunity, you see there's a space that's empty, you see there's a vacuum, it potentially can be filled, you've got to back yourself, you've got to put your neck on the line and say, bang, I'm going in for this, right? So I did that. Now in the last 12 months, my company, we have sold in the tens of millions of pounds in real estate, right? And we have spent £2.5 million just on Facebook alone, all right? £2.5 million in dollars, that's what $3.5 million. So the point is that when you see the opportunity, you've got to be ready to go in, right? Yes, you've got to build up gradually, but once you have that money, once you're spending hundreds and you're making thousands, then you go put that thousands back in. When you're putting those thousands back in and you come out with tens of thousands, you got to put the tens of thousands back in. When you're putting the tens of thousands in, you're getting the hundreds of thousands, then you got to put the hundreds of thousands in to make the millions. But be ready to quickly act and execute. The opportunity is there. Be ready when you see the opportunity, be ready to execute on it. So initially, I was selling property for other people, right? So at the same time that this Facebook model was scaling, I scaled my own business as well. Initially, I was selling property for other people, right? Then I switched to buying blocks of apartments off plan within London and surrounding London, right? At the time, London's property market was booming. The commuter belt, which is towns and cities which are within, let's say, an hour distance, travel distance of London, they were booming. So I started buying blocks of apartments, full blocks, off plan, packaging them up, making the marketing, and then selling them, again, using Facebook. Then finally, now I've got to the stage where I now have my own developments, which are thousands of houses within a gated society, creating my own communities. But again, that one niche that I found on the social platform that all of you know and use every day, using that as my exit strategy. Now let me explain how you can adapt my business model, how you can adapt what I did and create your own business today. And this literally applies to if somebody's sat in Nigeria watching this video, or if they're sat in the US watching this video, or they're sat in Poland. You can be anywhere in the world and this applies to you, right? And how that applies is there are 4 billion users on Facebook, right? So as long as you have Facebook in your country, which is most countries apart from China, I believe, you can exercise this business model, right? All of you have the capacity to exercise a business model, which I'm about to teach you. 4 billion users on Facebook, which is half the world's population. And in essence, that is your target market. Now, going back to the original part that I was saying, so everybody has a product or a service, something within them, a skill that somebody else will pay for, right? So now let's take a few examples. Let's say, go back to the maths one, right? So you're great at maths, right? And there is a whole bunch of people in your area definitely who are not so good at maths. So you can, using the Facebook platform, you can go on today, you can create a cool ad on Facebook saying you are offering maths tutoring to people within, you can choose this area, so they're within a 2-mile distance of your house. You can say that, right, the people who want math tutoring are between the age of 16 and 24, for example, and you put that age bracket in there. And you can then, and people who are studying in, you can even choose what schools they're studying. So you can say, right, I know in my area there's these schools, you can choose all them schools. You can even choose people interested in maths, so they're likely to be studying maths. Then you can serve ads directly to those people and say, hey guys, I'm great at maths, this is my skills in maths, can I help come and tutor you? That's you starting your business immediately today, right? You go and immediately you start getting responses, people are clicking, people are signing up, they're coming to you, and you start your little business. You go around the area, you start giving maths tutorship. Now, let's look at this another way. Let's say, for example, you're good with your hands, you're a good handyman, you've got some tools. Okay, once again, there'll be people in your area, somebody like me, who hasn't got a clue about how to hang a picture up on the wall, or how to put a mirror up on the wall, who sat there with a picture in his living room, that's been there for 2 weeks, but he just hasn't had the time to go and book somebody to come and hang this up for him. Or he's decided that he's going to do it himself, but he hasn't basically got the confidence to do it, so it's just laying there. Now, you can target people within your chosen area of the age bracket that you think would be the target market and say, hey guys, I'm a handyman. And not only just show them you're a handyman, you can pop a video of you hanging up a picture on the wall. Hey, look at how clean I do my work. Look at how, neat I do my work, and look at how good of a job I do. So you have the platform to communicate to your potential audience in pictures, in videos. You can enrich media. You can tell them your story. As you build your business, you can start using customer testimonials as your ad. So you've gone up, you've hung someone's picture on their wall, or you've given someone maths tuition. Afterwards, you get them to a 30-second video for you, or a 1-minute video. Hey, just tell me how the experience has been with me and how good I am. So you've got some independent guy sitting there saying, hey, I got maths tuition from John, and John's really good. He helped me pass my exams. He's so knowledgeable and he's so friendly and his approach is so good. And now you take that video, you use that on your Facebook as an ad and on your organic, and you show that to their customer base. So someone's scrolling through, they're sat there with their maths exam, screwing about what they're gonna do. All of a sudden this ad pops up about John talking about how you helped him pass that specific exam that this person has a problem about, right? So the ways that you can use Facebook just as a platform, and the ways that you can engage with people, and the levels of content you can deliver to them, and how detailed you can go in who you target is just absolutely phenomenal, and is an opportunity that anybody in the world at any given time can capitalize on. You can start your business today by identifying the skill, product or service you have within you and saying, where are these people who want my product and service? And you can start delivering ads to them today at a very low cost efficient price. You don't have to look at business and think, what's this huge massive skill that I need? I need to be this tycoon, or I have to have this amazing skill for people to pay me. No, it was my son's birthday party on Saturday. No, sorry, it was my son's birthday party on Sunday, right? We never have had a photographer over there. Why? Because just last minute, no one thought about it, right? But had somebody approach me in that right time, in that period, and say, hey, I've got a camera, I'm great at taking photos, I would have paid him £500 to £1,000 to be the photographer for my son's birthday party. Why? For me, in that moment, because no one was there, that was priceless for me. You know, such an important day, I'd like to have some professional photographs of that. So, you know, you can look at so many different angles or so many different ways. It's just about identifying what your skills are that you can do, and then presenting them to people, putting them, making sure that your target market, your audience, knows that you can deliver that for them, right? And that is the access that Facebook gives you, where you've got a blank canvas of 4 billion people around the world you can target. You don't have to be even just doing your product or service in your local area. You can be sat in Pakistan, for example, and targeting people in the UK, targeting people in the US, targeting somebody in Los Angeles in California. You know, that is the opportunity it gives you. It's giving you a platform opportunity to target 4 billion people across the world, anywhere, anytime, with the message you want to give. So to summarize this, guys, business is matching what you have, a talent that you have, a skill that you have, a product that you have, with somebody else who needs that. You're solving their problem, and for solving their problem, they will give you an amount of money, right? And you don't have to have a grand idea. You can start from basics, right? And that's what I really encourage. Because there's 2 types of people who are going to be watching this video today, right? All those people who are asking me how to start a business, and they've been watching this video, but there's 2 types within them. One is the 5% and one is the 95%. The 5% right now, they'll be watching this video and already thinking about, or may have already opened Facebook Ads Manager and thinking about how they're going to create their first ads. And within 24 hours from now, they will have their ads live, right? Whether they're spending a £100 budget or a £10 budget or a £500 budget, they will have their ads live by tomorrow, and they'll start generating inquiries, and they'll start generating business, and they'll go out and do it. Right? That's your 5%. But you know what 95% most of you people are going to watch? What you're going to do is you're going to sit there, you're going to think, that's a great idea, right? Let me think about this a bit more, right? My video is going to end. After my video, you're going to start thinking, but you know, what if I go to give that maths tuition and I'm not really that good? And the guy thinks, well, you know, you don't even really know how to teach. Well, I'm great at maths, but you know, I don't know how to teach maths. So maybe if the guy's gonna think I'm shit, and then, you know what? Maybe I'm not ready for this, right? And what you have to understand is that nobody is ever ready for it, right? Nobody is ever the expert already unless they're way ahead in their career. When you're starting out, you've got to throw yourself into it. You're gonna get to your destination. You're gonna start giving that math tutorship, for example, right? And you're gonna fail. You're going to do something wrong, but you had to do that one thing wrong, then learn from it and not do it next time, right? So what you have to do is you have to go throw yourself into it. Put all your fears aside, put all your negative sentiments aside, and accept and understand that in business, failure is what makes success. You've got to go out there, put yourself in the world, you've got to fail. You've got to lose some money. You've got to win some money, make some money, but that is what makes you who you are. Those failings, every time you fail, you learn from that failure and you grow and you become a bit better. But if you're just sitting there like a duck and not doing anything, then you're not gonna grow, right? You've got to go out of your comfort zone. Every time you go out of your comfort zone, that is when you grow, right? You've got to leave your comfort zone. You've got to go do that thing which you're a little bit scared of. Because when you go and do it, you'll figure out, it's not even a big deal. It's fine. It's great, you know? When you go out your comfort zone, that's when you realize that scared place that I'm at, when I get there, it's not so scary anymore, right? I make things happen. I juggle things around, and whatever it is, it works out. Life has a beautiful way of happening. It works out. You're not going to turn up someone's house to do their maths tutorship, and half an hour in, they're going to start swearing at you and saying, you're fucking shit, get out of my house. It doesn't happen, you know? But what is going to happen is you may go to the first person and not do it right, but as time goes along, you'll improve and become better. But you have to take this first step, right? Don't be in the 95%, be in the 5%. Those 5%, they'll learn, they'll fail, they'll learn, right? That is what is important. Understand, the difference between somebody who's doing it and not doing it is not that they've got more talent than you. The difference is that they're ready to accept that they're not perfect, but they know that they need to go out there in the world and do things wrong to then build themselves up and do things right. So whatever your skill is, don't sit there thinking, I'm not good enough, people are gonna laugh at me. It's not true. You need to go out there. People don't laugh at you. Everybody loves somebody who tries. Everybody appreciates someone who puts themselves out there. So go now. If you're sitting there thinking, for example, oh, I don't have any money though. How am I going to do these Facebook ads? I'd love it. I've got the best idea. I've got this, I've got that. I know to target, but I just don't have the money. Go ask your mum. Go ask your dad. Go ask your friends. Go ask your family. Say, give me £200. Give me £100. I've got this business idea. This is what I want to do. Show them you put thought into it. Show them that how you want to execute it. Tell them how you're going to do it. I guarantee you there's somebody within your circle who will give you that money. Ask them for £500. Say, look, let me just try this out. Right? Ask them for 100, whatever it needs to be. But there's somebody out there who believes in you. Somebody out there, if you pitch it right and you throw them, you put the thought into it, you can do it. So every single person watching this video, you have the capacity within you. Number one is you've got that business, product, skill within you. Number two, everybody in the world needs your product or service either today or one day in the future, right? And every one of you has a capacity, whether it's from £50, £100, £500 or £1,000, whatever it might be, to put that Facebook ad out today and start your business. What I would like to do, the change I would like to make is, I want to change from the rule of 5% take action and 95% of the viewers, I want to change that to 100% of the people take action. Yeah? So watch this today, and before you end this video, before you stop watching, get onto the Facebook Ads Manager and start your business that took me from 7 years ago to hundreds of millions. But remember, don't look for shortcuts. You've got to start at the bottom. You've got to learn. You make mistakes with Facebook. You make mistakes with your campaigns. You make mistakes with your clients. All of that though is building you up and getting you ready for that big version of you. But the first step is take action today. So the bottom line is, guys, what you need to realize and what you have to understand is great people are not born, right? Great people are made. It's through the effort that you make, it's through the actions that you do, it's through when you put yourself outside of your comfort zone, when you take risks, that's when you grow, that's when you learn, and that's where greatness is made. So today, take that first step. You know within you that there's greatness. There's a great person inside you. You know that, right? It's about bringing that greatness out. And the way you bring that greatness out is by putting yourself out there, by going out and taking risks, by going out and the skills you have and the talent you think you have is putting it to the test. That's how you become great. So go today and start on your mission to bring the greatness out and become that big, grand, bold, great version of yourself, because that is who you deserve to be.